Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the Dreaded Heroes report. Hey, Rey Mysterio, who's currently out of action with a hand injury, is getting some new ink. Apparently the other washed off. I'm not sure what happened, but Rey noted that he's getting the Aztec calendar put on both pecs. I want to see Lana get the back of my head tattooed. Anyway, The Rock noted on Twitter that he's wrapping up filming in Australia for the 3D disaster movie San Andreas. And I hope it's not going to be a box office disaster movie. I don't know if his too many ever has. Must have been the babysitter thing. Anyway, the episode of Beyond the Ring on the WWE Network premieres this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks into the world of world-class championship wrestling. They got a little synopsis down here. It says, witness some of the most electrifying action in sports entertainment history from the promotion that broke all rules, WCCW, which they did have a lot of people that premiered down there, you know, we'd never seen before. And after this week's episode, or not the episode, but the tapings in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania of Impact Wrestling, TNA heads to New York City. Anyway, they're going to continue to load up on tapings, I guess, at the Manhattan Center. Even though the setup is only for 800 fans, none of the New York shows are sold out yet. Can't believe that in New York. Anyway, here's some of the things we know so far are supposed to be happening there. A possible change back to the six-sided ring. I really hope not. Possible return of Loki and Homicide. And Matt Hardy's return to reunite with his brother Jeff Hardy. But I don't know. The Willow name is so milquetoast. I don't like that Willow. I don't know what it reminds me of. But anyway, the Great Muta, June 25th taping, and Destination X with new talent and former X Division stars. The taping's on June 26th. At this point, the event would be headlined by Sonata taking on Eric Young for the world title. Now this, you gotta read into this however you want. Scott Hall managed his son Cody Hall at a June 7th Northeast wrestling event in Connecticut. Anyway, apparently there were problems and the Halls they're just not welcome back anymore. The new promoter, Michael Bryan, said the following: Scott Hall was his old self. He worked for the group a week ago. He says, not his physical condition either. He said, but a real cocky asshole. And it says, you got to give everyone a shot. He said, safe to say you won't be seeing me book him or his dangerous green son again. I don't know if you know what green, well anyway, just ask around, you'll find out what green means. Anyway, there's been some talk about splitting up Cameron and Naomi as a part of an angle for next season's Total Divas, and then at this week's taping, WWE started to go more in that direction based on the way it's been booked so far. It could be that Naomi is the one that goes heel if they do the split. And I noticed that when they, I forget which one of them won the match last week, but the other one just kind of wandered around. They didn't celebrate like they used to at the end of the match, but oh well. Soaps. And regarding Oksana's WWE departure, she had been a favorite of old Kevin Dunn's, but no longer was and didn't have much support backstage. But with more divas being called up from NXT soon, most notably is going to be Charlotte and Sasha Banks, they made the decision to go ahead and cut her. It's said that Rosa Mendez was saved when Total Divas producer wanted her on the show. And as noted, old Vince McMahon recently cut Raw head writer Jay Gibson. Now the reason was not believed to have been a budgetary cut, you know, like others. But it was more like a WWE cut their head writer, and is not as significant as it sounds, and there likely won't be any major change in the TV direction. Pardon me. But anyway, it looks like that there's no major thing. So he just didn't need to be there. But Gibson had been with WWE only for about 5 months, and basically organized writers to work on different angles and different superstars as opposed to actually writing himself. And it said that Gibson had very little knowledge of the WWE product and was made apparent when he was asked his opinion on some things. His main answer could have been, I don't know. Alright, WWE taped the following matches for tonight's episode of NXT on the network. Sasha Banks taking on Alexa Bliss. Mojo Rawley taking on Garrett Dillon. Aiden English. Simon Gotch taking on Travis Tyler and Angelo Dawkins. Callisto taking on Tyler Breeze. Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd taking on the Ascension for NXT Tag Team titles. This might be kind of an interesting one to watch because I heard, was going to be letting some people go down there. And it may not be the people we're seeing on TV. It could be the ones training. Naomi and Cameron, they were visiting the athletes at the Special Olympics in New Jersey on Wednesday. WWE DVD News, this is kind of interesting, reports that the home video and other merchandise partners have been issued memos from WWE stating that the new company logo will go into effect 100% August 18th, right after SummerSlam. I haven't seen the new logo yet, but normally they don't change it too much. Maybe put a barbed wire here and there. Alright, ECW founder Todd Gordon turned 59 today. Also, this would have been the 76th birthday of wrestling legend Wahoo McDaniels. Bray Wyatt taking on John Cena in street fights, the main event for Saturday's WWE live event in Long Island. Bad News Barrett taking on The Miz versus Van Dam, and Big E is also scheduled, so there's a four-way deal going on, I guess. Let's see. I pretty much told you that. But anyway, WWE's website's got a new poll asking fans, who's the best brawler? Is it Dean Ambrose, Sheamus, Bad News Barrett, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar, Luke Harper, or who? They don't let you, they give you the names, and they won't let you put your own in there. But anyway, with almost 20,000 votes, Dean Ambrose, believe it or not, is leading the way at 27%. Next is Reigns at 23%, followed by Lesnar at 18%. Oh, where's John Cena? I would have thought Lesnar would have been up higher. Alright, WWE continues to go back and forth on Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and word is now that it's almost sure thing that they will not be the main event at the pay-per-view after all. Because they like to take a long time to build a storyline, with it. It's said that the top SummerSlam card is now complete, and Bryan is still on the card in one of those main events, but not locked in yet. That he's actually going to be ready by then. And Bryan is expected to be back at SummerSlam or Night of Champions in September at that point. Bryan is not being advertised publicly for SummerSlam yet, but is now being advertised for August 16th event in San Jose, and that's the night before SummerSlam. Read into that. And some of WWE events, the week after SummerSlam. All right, now, see if you can follow this. Regarding plans for Lesnar, the Big Fall program was for going to be Lesnar returning because he wanted the WWE World title. With that idea in mind, that puts the title over in a big way. Somebody wants it. And it's likely that Lesnar will feud with whoever the champion going into SummerSlam is, and this could indicate a top babyface win at the title at Money in the Bank. Of course, you got to have a good guy versus bad. So, should be a babyface win at Money in the Bank, unless Daniel Bryan returns at Battleground and wins the title back. But he wouldn't be facing Lesnar at SummerSlam, and WWE officials are going with that idea that Bryan won't be at Battleground. So, the only other thing I could think of would be a good match would be Reigns and Lesnar. Unless I'm wrong, but not very often. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.